Hey crafters, let's make a cute and trendy t-shirt using a Cricut. Hello, I am Katie from thecraftyblogStalker.com and I am so excited about this project today. It is super cute. If you're new to my channel, make sure and hit that subscribe button. In this tutorial, I will show how to upload an SVG into Cricut Design Space, how to use the offset tool, and a little trick I use to get more pressure using the Cricut AutoPress. Here are the supplies I'm using, as well as an SVG that I designed specifically for this project that I have made available for you to download for free. And you can find the link for that free SVG either in the description of this video, in the blog post, or through this QR code. The heat transfer vinyl I am using is a specialty vinyl from Vinyl and Tool Supply, and it is called Super Pop 700. It is a thicker vinyl and it is two-toned. So on the back is green, the front is black, and this color on the back will really peek out behind those edges, and it just looks so cool. At Vinyl and Tool Supply, you can get lots of different colors with this Super Pop 700 that is two-toned and with different colors besides just black on the back. You can get it with white and red, blue, lots of fun colors for this Super Pop heat transfer vinyl. Before I go into Cricut Design Space, I want to measure my shirt so I know how big to make my design. This is a medium gildan, and I'm just gonna take a ruler, and of course you can't forget the sides for the sides of your body, so you don't want it to go end to end. I think I am gonna go with a width of 9.5 inches for my design. Now let's jump into Cricut Design Space. I will open Cricut Design Space and open a new project, and I'm just going to go to the blank canvas. If my Cricut Design Space looks different than yours, it is probably because I am on a computer. The program looks different from a computer to an app. And Cricut Design Space is really good at updating their software, so there may be some slight changes there. All of the functions are the same, those icons just might be in different places. To upload the file, I'll click on Upload, Upload Image. I have the file saved to my computer, and I'm just gonna drag and drop that in. You could also click that Browse button to open your files and browse that way. I'll click Continue. If I wanted to, I could change the name, add tags, like retro, whatever you want, just to help you find it more easily next time. Click on Upload, and that puts the design into our canvas. I don't need this image bar over here, so I'm gonna close it by clicking that little image button right there. I want to give this design an offset because I think that really showcases that Super Pop heat transfer vinyl. So I'll highlight it, go up here to offset, and I don't want a very big offset. I'm gonna go 0.05 and apply. That adds an offset to my layers panel here. Now I want to create another offset, but not off of the original, off of the offset. So I'll highlight that and create another offset, same distance, 0.05, and apply. I will highlight both offsets and I will slice, because I want that space in between the original and the offset. So now I'm just going to move these apart till I find the piece that I want. I don't need that one, and I don't need that one. This is the offset that I want right here. And when I put that back in there, it lines up perfectly. So now I have that perfect offset. So I'm going to highlight both layers and attach. I want to change my size to 9.5 inches, my width. Some of these little holes, those will be kind of hard to weed. I'm gonna come to this piece right here. I've already attached them, but I can still see the different layers when I open attach. So I will go to this offset part and I'm going to click on contour. I want to hide these little tiny pieces. Just clicking on them. The holes that are a little bit bigger, I'm okay with keeping. So now let's take a look. That looks much better, I think, and won't be as difficult to weed. I like to design from my computer and cut from my iPad. So I will save this project. I'm just gonna save it as nope. Now I'll open Cricut Design Space on my device. I'll go to My Stuff, Projects, and there is my fun little nope file with the offset. Since I've already done all of the designing on my computer, I can just click Make It. But there's one more thing I want to check. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on Customize. There's the nope design in our canvas. I'm gonna go ahead and click on Make. And this is what I wanted to see, my matte preview. I am going to cut my vinyl down to size before I cut it with my Cricut, just so I waste as little of vinyl as possible. I can see that my design is about 10 inches by 5 inches. My vinyl sheet has a width of 10 inches. So I'm gonna cut in this direction off of my vinyl sheet. I have a paper trimmer, and there is the amount of vinyl I need for my design. I am using a strong grip mat because this is a thicker material. So I'll go ahead and take that protective cover off. This is not a new strong grip mat. I have used this several times. I'm gonna put my material down, go over it with the brayer, and I am still gonna tape these edges down just to secure it to the mat so these edges don't curl up. I just got some masking tape, and I just barely want to cover the edges of that heat transfer vinyl, just enough to hold it down. This step is completely optional. I just really don't want this Super Pop heat transfer vinyl to move on my mat. Back in Cricut Design Space, I need to make sure that I mirror, since this is heat transfer vinyl. I'll click on this little matte icon up in the left-hand corner and mirror, hit next. Even though I am cutting heat transfer vinyl, for material settings, I want to choose the medium cardstock with more pressure. This is the best setting to cut this Super Pop heat transfer vinyl. I'll bring in my Cricut cutting machine. I am cutting with a maker, but since you only need the fine point blade, this can be cut on any Cricut cutting machine. I'll load my mat, and when this light blinks, I can press it to begin the cut. It's all done cutting, so I can unload my mat and put my Cricut away. Then remove my material from the mat. I'm all done with my mat, so I'm gonna put the cover back on and put it away as well. Remove those taped edges. Now I can weed. And I always like to start in a corner. It doesn't really matter what corner. And just pull that back. This vinyl is just like any other heat transfer vinyl where you want to put the shiny side down. I don't think I said that when I loaded my material on the mat. You still go shiny side down because that shiny side is the side that has the liner on it. Ooh, this is super satisfying to peel. For the inside of the design, I want to peel that inner part. So we've got some on the outside and some on the inside. I think that is all of it, so I can turn it over. And there is our nope. It's black on one side and green on the back. And when we press it, this green is just gonna squeeze out a little bit behind that black. It's gonna look so cool. I have brought in my Cricut AutoPress, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, unlock it so I can get it heating. You'll hear that fan kick on. The temperature, I want a 310, and the time is anywhere between 10 to 15 seconds. So let's go 13 seconds. I don't know if you can see that display. This digital display is really hard to see in the camera. While my heat press is heating, I can place my design where I want it to go on my shirt. I'm gonna go over it with a lint roller. I have dogs, so there's always hair. Even on brand new t-shirts that I just got out of the bag, there will be hair on it. My favorite way to find the center of the design is to fold it gently in half and crease the top and bottom of the design. And then we have that fold line, so I know the center of my design. I do have this t-shirt ruler, totally optional. You don't have to use one, but I do find it helpful to find the center, and then go down about 3 inches from the neckline. Press that down. The Cricut AutoPress has an automatic pressure feature, so you cannot change the pressure that it applies to the material. With this Super Pop 700, you do need heavy pressure. If you have it, I recommend that you use an industrial heat press that you can adjust the pressure settings on. I'm going to show you my little hack. Make sure that you test this before you put it on a design that is really important, because it might not work for all materials that need that heavy pressure. I'm going to add a second pressing mat to the mat that is in my Cricut Auto Press. The Auto Press selects its pressure by how thick the material is. So by adding this second mat, it thinks that the thickness is much deeper, and so it will add more pressure to the project. I am to temperature, so I'm gonna go ahead and place my shirt on that second mat. Make sure my design is as center as possible so it gets the most pressure. Then close the machine. It will apply the pressure and begin the timer. And then when that time is done, the auto press will just automatically open back up. Oh, it looks so cool. There is our design. You can see that green, how it seeps out from the edges. We do not want to peel this until it is completely cooled. So I'll go ahead and put my auto press away. This material requires a cool peel. So this is completely cool. There is no heat in that transfer vinyl at all. So I can go ahead and peel it. I'll just pick up a corner, peel it back, and there is our design. Doesn't that look cool with the green coming behind it? That looks so cool. Nope. Now there were a few spots that came up, like the inside of this O came up just a little bit. So I'm going to take a silicone mat and my mini and just go over that again now that transfer sheet is off, because we really want to make sure that those pieces are stuck down and adhered to the shirt. Otherwise, the first time we wash it, they will come up. And we don't want that. All of those edges are good and secure now. That just looks awesome. I love how that looks with that green seeping out from the edges. When you wash it, you do want to turn it inside out, because that heat transfer vinyl is thick. It has a thickness to it, and you don't want it to catch on anything in the washing machine. So just make sure that you wash it inside out and you will be good to go. I had so much fun with this shirt that I actually made two because my daughter wanted one. So I also made one in pink with that black and pink. And I just love using the same color as the shirt, because then the color behind that heat transfer vinyl just really pops. It's so fun. Here is my new Nope shirt. What do you think? Isn't it so cute? Do you like the pink or the green better? Or there are so many other options of Super Pop heat transfer vinyl to choose from on the Vinyl and Tool Supply website. Thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure to stop by my website, thecraftyblogStalker.com, to grab this free SVG so that you can make your own Nope shirt. You can also find me on YouTube and at home on your smart TV on Made It Myself TV. Thanks everyone. Bye and happy crafting.